Doing the euro pound. Is it right live? Probably. There we go. And I've set up everything. I've set up the weekly trend lines with these big gray things, the daily value blocks, which are those things, and now I'm doing the 4-hour necklines, and then I can trade it. Yay. Is that a 4-hour neckline? That's the top. See, look at the 4 hour, it's already doing a trade right now. So looking for a head and shoulder pattern like this one. Here's a shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we draw a little neckline in there. I've already got one. No. So the idea is, let me just lock that in place, that from the bottom of the head you can get a trade from the neckline up to the shoulder. So, and here they've got bullish RSI divergence, which also help. So you can do the reverse, so you go up to from the top of the head to the neckline, and then it goes up to the top, and that's how much money you can make on a trade. But this is like in the past, but I'm just marking the neckline because they often end up, see like this one here, they end up, price keeps on hitting it all over the place, like hitting it. So it's like a marker for future trades. Make sure my headphones on right. See, there's a head and shoulder, that's a shoulder, that's a head, and that's like a little shoulder. Why not? So you go draw a neckline, which is like just for the head. I'm not going to use this as the shoulder, I'm going to use this as the shoulder because it's higher. And then I will use that as the shoulder rather than this because that is also higher. And we expect, if we zoom out, that neckline will get hit somewhere. Wait, where'd it go? I lost it. I guess we're in here. Look, there's a giant head and shoulders there. We'll get that one. That's a good one. We already did. Good. Okay. But you see, this is a neckline from another time, but as price is just gathering around it. That's not a head and shoulders because the head's up there. Dun, dun. Okay, that is a head and shoulder because it goes up, shoulder, head, shoulder. Does it make it to pattern completion level? The answer is, we'll find out. Do that, or lock that, and grab the whatever tool that is called, the upside down tool. So and then we can use the time tool to see when it's supposed to go. So from the beginning of the pattern here to the first break of the neckline is there. So it should have gotten down to this level at the beginning, but it didn't. But in the end it did. But way out of time. So maybe it's not a legit level, but I'll just leave it in. Get rid of this. We'll just see if it's I'm following that line. Is the line hit by anything? Not really, so I guess it's pretty rubbish. Let's get rid of it. Let's keep on looking. See, there's a, wow, it's a giant head. So we could say that this is like a flat shoulder, and that's a flat shoulder. And draw a line here. Lock it in place. Make sure it's the right length, so it's got to be like, just not select things. Help me to not select anything. Yeah, let's measure it. It's got to be below 180, 115, so that's okay. And does it do its, does it come to completion? Maybe just move this toolbar to the middle so I can actually use it quicker. And it never reaches completion really, so not good. Is the neckline followed? The neckline is followed, so we might just keep it in. Okay, what else we got? Not a Head and Shoulders. Is a Head and Shoulders, but looks like it's too shallow, too tiny. It's got to be at least 30 bars, and that is 20. So it's like on the 1 hour, that would be fine, but we're on the 4. So each one of those candles is 4 hours. Nothing. Let's zoom out so we can see better. Look, beautiful Head and Shoulders. Shoulder, head, shoulder. It did take a while to get down there, but let's draw the neckline in. And beautiful. And that's going to be less than 180 easy. So it'll be like from here to there, 48. Yeah. Let's see if it had the pattern completion. If it had the level. Where's the level? Draw the level. I forgot to press control. It snapped in there. So before the pattern started, it had got that level, and then it didn't quite make it at the pattern end, but it did make it shortly after, so it's good enough. So that is a good, delete the good Head and Shoulders. I'm pressing delete, nothing happening. Delete, and this is locked because we're going to keep it forever. And that level will probably be hit at some point in the future. See, look, it's hit here. So it's useful for predicting the future. Is that a Head and Shoulders? Why not? Except no, it's not, because you know why not? Because it's got to have a run up as big as the head before it, and it doesn't have that, so it does look like a pretty good neckline though, but anyway. That could be a double Head and Shoulders. So those two are the head, and then these two are the shoulders. So it's like a mutant. Look it in. Did it reach pattern? I mean, if we take that head, I don't know if you're supposed to take it didn't, it would never get there, but if I took this head, take off order, put that in the middle. So I mean, it made it down there eventually. The neckline is being respected all the way down there, so it's probably good enough to leave it in the chart. Okay, put order back on. Take off logarithmic. Why did I even have that on? See that neckline? Totally respected. Okay. This is a value zone, but it's blue because I haven't decided if it's good enough or not. Today, a really weird Head and Shoulders. But look, it worked really well. Except the head's supposed to be higher. Maybe I'll start trading those. I mean, it looks pretty obviously working. At 39 bars, that's legit. I'm gonna start trading those and see if they work. So that's not a Head and Shoulders because the head's supposed to be bigger, but it's three lower highs, so maybe good. Head and Shoulders there. Neckline here. Did it get to completion? It looks like it didn't. You see how it's also hitting these necklines, trend lines from the weekly. Hit right up to them, boom. I mean, it made it eventually, so I'm gonna say good enough. It's already locked in. That's great. So this isn't the actual trading. This is just preparing the chart so I can read stuff. That looks like a head and shoulders, but didn't really have a run up. There's a neckline from another time. Look, perfectly respected. We're bound down to May. We're in May. I'm gonna go back to January anyway. Looking for head and shoulders on the 4-hour. Shoulder, head, kind of a shoulder. It's gonna be a very angled neckline, but might be worth putting it in. And just my is it respected? I mean, yes, but it's not really going to help me because the price is never going to get there again. Forget that one. As the teacher said, don't put lines on your chart unless it's going to help you. That's a head and shoulders, but it didn't have a run up, so it's not legit. That's a head and shoulders with a run up, so that's. So I guess this is the idea of this, is to train your brain to recognize the patterns. Look. So that would go. I mean, yeah, you can see that it worked because it's only up to there. Went up, boom, went down. Got your money. Keep on going. That's a W pattern, see? W. That's one of those new head and shoulders that I invented myself. And that neckline looks pretty good, so let's draw it in. But it's not going to help anywhere apart from right there, so forget it. Head and shoulders, shoulder, head, shoulder. Let's just zoom in to make it easy to draw on. We want to get that. Can we get that all the way over there? Yes, the wider that you can go without going through candle bodies, the better. That's not going to work because it's going to go through that candle body. Okay, lock that in because that looks like a well-respected neckline. It's getting respected over here. Is that a head and shoulder? I mean, it's a head and it's really flat shoulders. And it didn't really go down enough to be legit, so no. Shoulder, head, shoulder upside down. Lock it in. Looks good to me. Head, shoulder, little shoulder. This is an iffy one because the left shoulder is a little flat. It's got to be like a, an up. And there should be like some white space. There's a little bit there underneath, like no wicks. Lock it in. Did it make it to pattern completion? I think it did. Zoom out. I mean, it did eventually. Okay, good enough. And look, that neckline respected right here. Look at that, amazing. That's like a tiny head and shoulders. Big jump. Zoom out. That's a W if anything, but not a great W. Head, shoulder, tiny shoulder. Unless you count that as the shoulder. And then where's the other shoulder? That? I mean, I could draw a line here and call that whole thing a shoulder, but it wouldn't have been a run up, run down reversal. I guess yes, because it's there and it hits the take profit there, so good. And let's just check if it's in time. It is, because this level was hit before it came, whoop, and after it came, whoop. I keep that in, okay, and delete this. So this method just needs reversals. That's like a head and shoulders, but it's too flat. And that's a head and shoulders, but doesn't have a run up. This one is okay. It might not have made it to target, but except there's a shoulder, an upside down head, an upside down shoulder. Lock it in. It didn't quite make it to target. I mean, it did. If you count that wick, it pretty much just there, so legit. Double head maybe, but then that tiny shoulder is going to be the shoulder, not real. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and a really steep neckline that won't be any use to. See this neckline from earlier? Why is price just bouncing off it so many times? It's amazing. Predicts the future, except we're in the past, but it also works in the future. There's a nice head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder. I mean, it's tiny. I don't know if it's big enough. It's got to be at least 30 bars. Let's measure it. 27. Oh, wait, I didn't quite do it properly. 28. I guess. No, it's not going to help to leave it in because it's so angled anyway. Okay. There's another one. Look. Whoa. There's a giant tool head. There's a shoulder. There's a head. There's a really bad shoulder. I mean, you could use that as a shoulder. So good. This is one shoulder here. I mean, if we wanted a shallower line, we could treat that as a shoulder. So that's the one shoulder. That's all the head, and that's another shoulder. And that neckline looks pretty well supported. Lock it in and just see if it made it to target. So this is the level. It was earlier at the level and never made it back to the level. But the neckline's pretty well respected, so I'm going to leave it in there. I think how we're back in January or in July. What? We're in 2000. What's the date? 2014. Oh, so we're good. I wanted to go back to okay, so now we can actually do our homework. So we go replay, select date. I got a February 1st. So we're just doing February and March, and we're going on the 1 hour chart, and we're looking for trades. Let's go. Wow. So each one of these is an hour. So it's a Monday, 4 p.m. So I'm just going to drink coffee and get ready with the pause button. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Run down. And now we'll try and trade it. So there would be the shoulder. It's very steep. So that would be an entry there. But then we're looking at some, what do you call those things? Possible. I'm just putting in possible resistance levels that we might find. So this is how you do the trades in real life. And I mean, where's our target? We've got to get up to here. Because this is a big gap, I expect it to be closed at least halfway, so that's good, working in our favor. I'm supposed to only take A grade trades. That's a shoulder, head, shoulder. I mean, that's a shoulder, or could that be a shoulder? I mean, if I do that as the shoulder, then our take profit gets much changed right up to here. And there is a neckline from the future or the past, I don't know where from, which we could help us get the prices coming down to it, bouncing, goes under it, sticking under it, and it might come back up to it. So we can't see the future here. It's been trickier to know if it's going to work or not. This is our neckline that we just drew. It's already pretty steep. Let's check for news as well. So we'll do the size. We haven't done the size yet, so it hasn't broken. It hasn't broken the neckline yet, so we don't know. And really, that should be. Wait, let me move the neckline down to here. Really, that should be the shoulder because it's lower than that. And then that candle would be the entry signal, and these signals are like don't enter, and our time's going to run out there. So if we use that neckline, this is not a good trade because there's no time to get in. Let me just go forward an hour, and do you see these orange symbols are like that means price is going to go down most likely. Of course it goes up. So let's change the neckline to here just for fun. It's no longer a grade A setup really. And then the timer gives us more time. But we haven't really got a. Let's see how it goes. So now we've got a break of the neckline and it's gone up, it's closed below it, above it. Now we need it to touch the neckline again. Go forward an hour, go forward an hour. I don't think it's going to touch it again. There we go, touch again. And now we need a blue candle. Let me make sure all my indicators are on. They are pin bars, engulfing tweezers. Yes. Let's put the moving average ribbon on, or maybe we're just getting too many lines. Too many lines. Okay. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put all of those. All of these trend lines need to go into a folder for 4-hour trend lines because I can keep them on there forever. 4-hour necklines, and they're already locked, so that's good. This one, oh, that goes in there too because that was a. I'm pretty sure that's probably going to go in there too. Okay. Cool. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're looking for a blue candle. So what time of day is it? It is now 8 p.m. So suppose in real life I'm going to go to sleep. So I'll wake up at 4, let's say. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I woke up, it's 4 a.m. There was my entry candle, which was really annoying. Oh, it was actually 9 p.m. Look. Maybe I should have just grabbed that. But let's suppose I woke up at 4 a.m. I'm like, okay, that looks like a reasonable trade. We've got to check for news. What's the name of the economic calendar I use? It's not FS thing. It's not FX calendar. It is not Bloomberg, not Market Watch, FX Street, Forex Factory. So we've got to look at that date from way back in time. I'm just going to type it. Feb 1, 2025 to April 1, 2025. Does it just allow that? Because that would be handy. It does not allow it. Okay, fine. Oh, it did. What? It just did it. Apply settings. Wow, fantastic. And we only cared about euro and pound, so put a filter in. I don't need USB, euro and pound. Apply filter. So we're at date and time now is the 5th of Feb. Oh, I just bring that over here. 5th of Feb, there's nothing coming up. 6th of Feb, we have 3-star news for pound at 10 p.m. So we just put a little marker in there. 22 is here. 3-star news, 3-star Great British Pound. So we'll have to stop trading before that gets hit, and I really wish I got that entry there at 9 p.m. but I can't reverse time because this is pretending it's real life. I've woken up at 4 a.m. and I'm here. When I go in, I have to step my stop loss there. So if I did a trade, I'd have to put the stop loss up here and the take profits up here. I would put it on the neckline, I think, right there. It's a 2.5 ratio, so that's good. I would risk a 1/4% on this, so I'll just type in here 1/4%. 1/4% of my portfolio. And would I enter the trade? I probably wouldn't because of the news. I mean, how far away is the news? 18 hours away. Yeah, we could get some profit out of it, but there's a big pin bar which is pointing down, and we want price to go up, and this is a little pin bar pointing up. So I think it's going to keep on going down before it goes up, so I'm not going to enter. And it was good. I'm going to wait till I get another bar, another entry bar. So what time is it now? It's like 8 a.m. Cool. 8 a.m. you can't enter because it's spread hour until past the 9 o'clock. So we're waiting for another blue bar. So that's a downward error, but it was cancelled out because price went above it. See, nothing moves in the Australian morning until London opens at like 5 p.m. Tokyo opens at 3 p.m. So that's often good. So I could go in here, but 3-star news is right there. So I would not go in because price is going to go crazy at 10 p.m. and we're at 4 p.m. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to enter. I'll just leave that there to see what happens. Oh, look at that. It would have gone straight up. Ah, why do I choose the wrong ones? The 3-star news just pushed us up. Let me check my my notes about what to do with 3-star news. News. Time-based trades to avoid trading near high impact on the 1 hour trend. You can't go within 3 hours of the red event. Let me just go to the Head and Shoulders trade checklist and search for news in here. Okay, folder reliable calendar, 15, so 1 hour, focus on 3-star red events. Build an 8-hour no trade window before and after the release. Close position, so he's not supposed to. That seems extreme. I kind of made this with AI, so I don't know how legit it is. There'll be another news here. This is my own notes. When not to trade, and this I made myself. Head and Shoulders Forex. If it's a 3-star news event, do not trade 1 hour before it. Okay, so I could have got in and then closed it got in at 4 p.m. and closed it at 9 p.m. But okay. So we missed out on that trade. So sad. Let's carry on playing the game. Oh, we'll get rid of that as well. Delete. So we're just looking for a run up or a run down, and then a Head and Shoulders or M or a W. And you could do that as a shoulder, that's a head, that's a shoulder. It's already had one, it's on the way down. It's had one good reversal up. This is actually a higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So maybe the trend has changed. So that's the shoulder. My neckline's gonna be like here. That's a shoulder, that's a head, that's a shoulder. I'll just draw them in. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And this is just part of the head. And then is that a right? If I measure that, stop pressing buttons, me delete. I just want to measure it. 25 bars, so it's not legit on the 1 hour time frame. But if I go to the 15-minute time frame, I have to treat that as the shoulder, and I've missed out on it because there was the entry right there. If I put it on the 15-minute, I could just cheat and go back in time a bit. So that would be the shoulder here. Whoop. And it's a double head as well. Double heads is usually a better sign, like a stronger sign. Hey, what happened to my RSI indicator? Did I delete it? RSI divergence indicator, I like that. Oh, now there's two, okay. Fine, delete that one. So the RSI right now is bearish, which is bad. I mean, bear because bears swipe down, so they're making price go down. That would have been a good entry right there, but I'm not allowed to go back in time. What's the time of day right now? 7:48, 9:30 a.m. Where's our target? Target's up there. We're halfway there already. It's not a grade A setup, although it will go to target. Let's just watch it go. Oh, it's going to stop by that neckline. There you go. Target. So I missed out on another trade because I was going forward too fast. I need to go PP, so I guess I'll just stop the stream now. So 2 trades missed out on. The other one was because of the news, and this one was because I was going forward too fast. Okay, I'm gonna go BP. I will stop the stream. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Beep. I'll do another one when I come back. Oh, this is private. Why is it private? I literally said public. Come on. Okay, bye.